Hello, my beautiful people from Untouchable Mama. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and press the notification button. Thank you. One love. Bye bye.
All right, good afternoon. The chairman, human rights defender, and access to justice advocate center. All our able viewers, God comrades. My name is Mrs. Olushola, right from Allen Avenue branch. We have a brief update for the house and for our followers. One, as regards to coronavirus, our intention on what sensitization we want to engage to embark on in a few days. The second one is the pending matter of Mr. Samuel and Mrs. Ruth, Miss Ruth case. That is the DNA test that have been pending all the while, and most of you have been asking of. First and foremost, I want to appreciate and applaud every members of this body, our followers, our friends that have been up and doing in this organization in every aspect of life that you have been contributing, assisting the victims and this even the body. I want to appreciate you all for that. And I equally want to give a big thank you to so many of you that have been liking this page, sharing this page, and few of you that have seen that have subscribed to our YouTube channels as I usually appeal to you to do. I know that the those of you that have these godly minds that did not just come up to say, "Oh, I love your program, I love this program." You're not just saying it from your mouth, but you're also acting it based on the action, the steps you are taking towards making this this forum to go haywire. How we can be of help to the poor masses and to humanity at large. Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center is a non-profit, not governmental, and non political organization that stands with the objective of fighting against all forms of injustice, domestic violence, child abuse, landlord and tenant disputes, police brutality, to mention but a few. We are an NGO that was established with other members with like minds of fighting any form of injustice in our societies and beyond. Other established branches have been opened even to across the border. For some of you that have seen this organization, a place to be associated with, a place to spend your token, your money, or whatever you have sent across to the victim and to this house. We say, may God bless you. There is a serious outbreak that so many of us have been quarantined or keep isolated from our daily activities. One, if you are isolated, there are some countries that they have placed bounds on their movements. Of course, you know that is also isolation and quarantine when you restrict somebody's movement from going about, though it's part of the infringement of the person's rights. But if there is any genuine reason or important reason that have to affect the person life positively, then we cannot count that to be the right abuse. Okay, briefly, we want to talk about the issue of coronavirus, the importance attached to humanity, and what we're about to do also because of the outbreak of that coronavirus and other people that have been affected with the virus. And the most dangerous aspect of it is that it has affected some children in Nigeria here that have been isolated, that have been kept for observation now, which is that we really want to bring to you this afternoon. One, the first of all, we have to talk about briefly if there is the causes of the coronavirus. Say one, what is coronavirus? Coronavirus are a family of viruses that cause diseases in animals. Seven, including the new virus, have made the jump to human, but most just cause cold-like symptoms. Two other coronavirus, Middle East respiratory syndrome and severe acute respiratory syndrome, are much more severe, having killed more than 1,500 people between then since 2002. The new virus, officially called COVID-19, is also dangerous. So far, around 20% of confirmed cases have been classed as severe or critical so far. Among 15 to 20% of the hospital cases have been classed as severe, and the current death rate varies between 0.7% and 3.4% depending on the location and crucially across the good hospital care access good hospital care. This is much lower than fatality rate for MERS 30% and SARS 10%, but still a significant threat. One, how did the outbreak start? How did the outbreak come to be? The source of the coronavirus is believed to be a wet market in a Wuhan, which sold both dead and live animals, including fish and birds. Such markets expose a high threat risk of virus jumping from animal to humans because hygiene standards are difficult to maintain if live animals are being kept and butchered on site. Typically, they are also mislabeled parts. Okay, for some of us that don't really know, maybe some think the existence of coronavirus is just like Ebola or any other viruses that flare about that you can easily contact via human being, unknowingly to us that even when you are avoiding your fellow human being that you suspected to be victim or patient of coronavirus, that there are other certain aspects of health, certain things that you actually need to avoid to, like people that live with live animal depends on how you breed your animal, depends on how you relate with your animal, depends on how you treat the animal when it comes to hygiene. Okay, you've discovered, you have also heard that it was caused from a market post hiding risk of virus jumping from animal to humans, and a market where they trade on fish that is live and other animal like birds. Okay, if you consider avoiding your fellow human being, please also consider that the animal you have at home that walked out and come in, neither the pets you have at home that also fly like any other birds out and come in. You should be very careful of that, which you really need if you have a domestic animal that may go out with other animal out there. You should be able to isolate your domestic animal in now to protect them and make sure you sanitize where you keep them and where you often play with them because of the physics, the trail out, and so many aspects. Then, aside that, he said bats are host to a wide range of zoonotic viruses, including Ebola, HIV, and rabies. Could the outbreak grow bigger? It is impossible to say which way the disease will go, but on its current trajectory, it is likely to spread to more countries, affecting many more people. The numbers of cases is beginning to decrease in China, but is climbing in the rest of the world. To find out more about what is likely to happen more. Okay, if we're the genesis or where the outbreak started from is from China, but statistically, we have come to also know that the rate, the spreading, the increment of the virus in China is decreasing while it's increasing in other countries. So how do we protect against that? If the coronavirus that started in China have started decreasing and is spreading widely or increasing in high rates in other countries, does it really mean that the virus have been changed from China to other countries, or is it the same, maybe Chinese or other travelers that have walked out of Chinese that have actually spread it out because China got to know, but who knows how many numbers of Chinese or other travelers or business, whatever, that have really traveled out of China to some of the countries before you got to know about coronavirus or the dangers in it, or the effort Chinese have put so far to clamp down the spreading of the coronavirus in their place before it breaks out to other country. Say how many people have died from the disease so far. For as at the time of this, more than 182,000 cases have been confirmed since the outbreak started, and the death toll has exceeded 6,500. The majority of cases are now outside China, and the virus has spread to more than 100 other countries. Who is safe now? According to data from the Chinese authority, around 80% of cases of the disease are mild, but 20% require hospitalization, and the death rate has varied by country. Okay, then we'll go further. Is coronavirus in US, in UK, in other country? More than 1,543 plus people in the UK have tested positive of the virus so far, including some in US. An elderly person with underlying health issues became the first person in Britain to die, having been diagnosed with the disease. Royal Berkshire HR Trust confirmed on March 5th. Since then, a total of 55 people have died. Do you know who have died secretly without being confirmed as a coronavirus patient? Because before we got to know, before it became alarming, before the world started spreading it on news, CNN, and whatever, who have actually know your friends, your enemy, hospitals that you have visited, the kind of animal you have associated with, your kind of hygiene you have kept from all this while before now, before the awareness come in place. Who knows who has spread it among individuals outside there in the hospital, in a park, or any other place, the marketplace that people go on daily basis. You cannot really tell. So the statistics, the number they have confirmed so far. What about people that did not really go out to report or give? Because the symptom of cough and sneezing and so many, those are a peculiar symptom that people get even when they have flu or when they have cold sometimes. So if we want to capitalize on that, there are so many people that have also have the same symptom that may refuse to go out or go to the hospital so as not to be quarantined or isolated from family members. But if you actually want to think of not to go out to be treated because you'll be quarantined or you will be isolated or may be tagged as a coronavirus carrier, then you will do more danger to your friends, to your family, to your loved ones, even to the kids, innocent children in the society. So I believe so many of us have not really known about this, which you have associated with so many friends and family, even your Chinese business partners that flew in here and there before the awareness come this this much. Okay, they say, how is the coronavirus spread? How do you spread it? How have they been spreading it? Is it either by your handshaking? Is it by exchange of words? Is it by any other way? How does it come to stay? Okay, how is coronavirus spread? Say like cold and flu bugs, the virus is spread via droplet when a person's cough or sneeze. The droplet lands on the surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and sprayed further. People catch the virus when they touch their where they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It it follows that the single most important things you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soaps and water or hand sanitizer gel. For more information, you can still do more than that of uh, what they have given out. Washing of your hands constantly. How many public office or private offices have where both the staff and the visitors goes to wash their hands when they visit or interact with you or in your office in one way or the other. How many have you educate back home or even where you are living about the danger of this coronavirus and how they should keep themselves? If you are washing your hand constantly, some you may wash the hands and you may not be taught on how you wash the hands. For instance, if you want to wash your hand with a tap, do you use hand gloves to touch the tap? Absolutely no. Someone else must have gone to wash the tap, wash his or her hand on the same tap. And you walk in there to wash your own tap, wash your own hands. Sorry. And you first touch, open the tap, and with the soap on your hands, you begin to wash. After you wash, did you raise the tap with the soap very well, even while you are washing your hand? After washing your hand, you wash after you while you are washing, you first have to wash the tap with your soap very well. Then you wash your hands. Thereafter, after washing the hand, you have to use the water to raise your tap again. Because with the first hand you use in touching the tap, you open the tap, you wash your hands. Then after you wash your hand, you still use the hand to lock the tap. Does that make any sense to you? That you first open your tap, wash your hand. Then after washing your hand, the hand already washed, you use the same hand to lock the tap. So my own advice to both family, friends, and every other person, not just to say wash your hand. How do you wash the hand? How do you keep off from the virus or any other person that touched the tap, either your family member, your friends, or any other person? You just have to go first, wash the tap with your soap or whatsoever. You can even rub your sanitizer on the tap. Then after you wash your hand, you now raise the tap again. That will save more than going to the tap and wash the hand, then use the same hand to lock the tap back. You have taken back the jam again to yourself. Then when you sneeze, and if you were to use a tissue to sneeze and trash, were you really told also that normal flu or cold that you have, that you are on a normal day, that you're supposed to live hydrated with constant drinking of water, because even when the more you drink water, it flushes your system. So if there is any particular trace of any virus or such in your body system, as much as you live on fluid or liquid like water, you drink water, you cleanse your system, and you need to flush it as fast as possible also by living on water to hydrate yourself and to flush your system, because as much as you drink and you urinate out, that is how you clean also your body system. You washing your immune system out also. Okay, first one is the coronavirus airborne. There is some debates about whether the disease is airborne. This is not evidence for it yet. There is no evidence for it yet, but that could change. Airborne viruses linger for a longer period of time than those sprayed by droplets and can also be sprayed in the air conditioning and ventilation system. The current advice is that the disease can only be spread between close contact, defined as spending more than 15 minutes within 2 meters of an infected person. For more information. So, if you said it's not airborne, directly, indirectly is also airborne, because if you can be giving 15 within 2 meters of an infected person, if you can be infected even at any close range without physical contact with the person, then it's somehow airborne. And if it's not airborne, where the virus originated from, like the China, you can also see where they try to disinfect the cities using all manners of disinfectant to make sure they kill the virus in the air. So you cannot totally rule it out that it's not airborne to an extent. Then who started the coronavirus? Virus crazy conspiracy theory have been circulating that the virus somehow escaped from a Chinese lab, either by accident or design. However, this is categorically untrue, and scientists studying its genetic code have linked it to bats. It probably then jumped to another animal, which passed it on to human. The numbers of disease crossing from animal to human is growing, and terms of virus hunters are tracking them down. Okay, we'll talk about the scientists. Do we talk about the inhuman behavior of human being that can easily provoke the anger of God, that can lead to such disasters in our time or this generation? What did I mean? These days, you find so many young guys, even adults, grown-up men, sleeping with goats, sleeping with chicken, sleeping with all manners, with monkey, and so many. Is it the desires or the will of God for an animal to be, a human being to be sleeping or having an intercourse with an animal as a human being? Absolutely no. From the beginning, the creation of of the earth, God created Adam and Eve. We are man and woman that are legalized by law, by God, to have sexual intercourse with themselves as husband and wife. God created animals which Adam's names. Animals are different from human beings. But in the world of today, human beings have replaced animal. They have taken animal in place of human being, sleeping with dog, sleeping with cat, to the extent of sleeping with fowls and some birds. Okay, a human being that exchange, because your body system, your body enzymes with that of animal is not same. If instead of sleeping or do according to the word of God, and you begin to go, I don't know if it's fantasy or you are trying to have fun in another way or exploit or whatever, and you have to go to the extent of sleeping with an animal that is not made in equation with a human being. What do you expect from such? So a human being also that have sex with animal, and in turn take a sperm or have a contact with anything that have to do with flu, bird flu, and any other disease that is recognized with animal, and you transfer such thing back to your fellow human being by having sex again with your wife, with your friends, or how you live your immorality, that is also part of the anger of God. Because when God said, I will afflict them with diseases or incurable disease, it means a lot. So let us not rely on scientists alone. Do we search back our mind that the life we're living, the generation of today are living, are also life that cause that makes God to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Because there are so many things people are living with, so many things people are doing today. Some women have to have animal like dog and keep the dog at some turn to become their husband or their boyfriend or however, and they get sexual satisfaction from the dog, which is animal. And you feel such person that still in turn have relationship with a fellow human being who have the same blood running the same way God created him or her? Absolutely no. Let's just change our way. Because if we stand on what the scientists saying alone, the bird causes it, the bat causes it, this causes it, have you forgotten that the bird, the bats, every animals that we've come to know, even both the one you don't know, have been in existence from the creation of this earth. Nobody knows how God created it. When did God created every animal you are eating? Because what is forbidden in my country, in my state, in my village, might not be forbidden in your place. So eat frog. Why you can't even dare go to close to frog in my place, talk less of eating it. Then talk about other animals, snake, pig, whatever. There are other forbidden things that people should not eat. But okay, if you talk about the eating, what about the sexual intercourse about that? Did God also legalize biblically by his word in any way in the Quran, in Bible, as a herbalist, or anything you believe that you've ever come across your book, whatever you study to believe that God confirmed you as a human being to be sleeping with an animal? I have not seen, I have not heard, and it sounds strange. So the anger of God is upon the land, not just because, not Africa alone, not China, neither London or whatever. The whole world is polluted with evil. That we have no conscience to think of where are we going. Is God existing or not? We'll do whatever we like at will, which is absolutely wrong. So if we are seeking running away, that let there be no virus in our land, we should also not forget to ask for the mercy of God for the bad, evil life or such life that we have lived, or anybody that is living such life, that you stand to rebuke that person and expose such person, and let there be a law that will also have to remove such person from the society instead of spreading more evil. So coronavirus is not just birds. Human being having relationship with bird instead of their fellow human being can cause that. There are so many diseases, incurable diseases that God has released to the air, even in the time of Pharaoh. So if the world have turned against God, certainly he will touch and let the world know that he, God, still exists till eternity. So what you need to do as a human being, as you avoid based on your belief on a scientist, also ask for the mercy of God for what you have done that is not right, that you have offended God, because that such sickness is evil and spiritual as far as I am concerned. Yeah. Should I cancel my trip plans? You can cancel your trip plans if you wish. For those that believe in God also, and you search your heart that you are a true child of God, there is nobody that is free of sin, because he said all have sinned and come short the glory of God. He alone is a righteous God. As a mortal human being will err against God in every day, which will ask for mercy on daily basis. But if you have gone to the level of started exchanging your blood with animal in any kind, repent of your sin, repent of such acts wholeheartedly, and give your life to God, Christ, and seek for God protection, because the protection comes from God, not from man. Healing comes from God, not from doctor or scientist. Physically, as a human being, we know, yes, we take drug, but a sickness that God have not cured, there is no medication on earth beneath the earth that will ever heal you except by God. So let's hope in God more than whatever we think we are doing. They say, is this virus like SARS and MERS? Yes, but it's nowhere near as latter. SARS and MERS are also coronaviruses which cause severe respiratory infections. They also originated in bats. SARS jumping to animal via civet, cats, and MERS coming via camels. Okay, you can see. And you have seen that back every places, so many places, you have watched some Fulani men and even other people that rear animal that they sleep with some of their animal. Some sleep with cow, some sleep with camel, some sleep with donkey. And when there is this interwoven of blood mixed up with animal and human being, and you live on such eating beef, buying beef from the market, imported from all over the country to wherever you are, with some whites also, you watch them sleeping with cock and not also, and they send them bring the same animal to the market for sale. So if you really want to live your life, please, you are not just going to avoid may wash your hands, use sanitizer, use this, whatever. Be close to your God so that the spirit can minister to you even when you go to the butcher center. If you're the type that live on beef or whatever, red meat or whatever, if you approach to buy, the spirit of God will lead you to right place to buy a true animal free of human blood. So many have born animal that look like a man and animal. So many women have also give birth to child that look like animal and half animal, half human being. Why? What causes that is the same exchange of sperm, blood between animals and human being. So when you are close to God, you dedicate your life to God, you go close to your God, pray and ask for mercy. When you are out to purchase anything that have to do with bird, meat, chicken, and all these things that both the one that have refrigerated, the one they have killed, the one that is still alive, the Spirit of God will guide you on where to go and what to buy per time. So let's not rely on that alone. How serious is the disease? According to the data on the first 44,000 cases released by the Chinese authority, 80% of cases are mild. In roughly 14% of cases, the virus is causing severe disease, including pneumonia and shortness of breath. In about 5% of patients, it is critical, leading to respiratory failure, septic shock, and multiple organs failure. According to the World Health Organization, the death rate in Wuhan is 2 to 4%, whereas in the rest of China and the world is around 0.7%. It is unclear why the death rate is high in Wuhan, but it may become the health services. They have been overwhelmed by the patient. Men are more likely to have a severe form of the disease, as are people with underlying conditions such as diabetes or high blood pressure. It's all boiled down at the origin of your lifestyle and what you are doing. Of course, before coronavirus or the viruses touches anybody, it will first of all start with those that have slept with animal, because they have the direct blood in their system, they have the exchange, and the anger of God is directly on them before the innocent one have any contact to do with them. But with the mercy of God, even if you have contact with them, God can still heal you and the blood of God in you, the blood of Jesus in you, running in you, will have you to have the enzyme that will be anti-infected blood, that you cannot be infected with any kind of virus. Say, how does this coronavirus compare to past respiratory epidemic? Say the 1918 Spanish influenza or the Guinea virus remained the most devastating flu pandemic in modern history. This disease swept around the globe and estimated to have caused between 50 and 100 million deaths. A version of the same virus was also behind the 2009 swine flu outbreak, thought to have killed as many as 575,400 people. Other major influenza outbreaks include Asian flu in 1957, which led to roughly 2 million deaths, and Hong Kong flu, which killed 1 million people 11 years later. But coronavirus outbreaks have so far been far smaller. SARS eventually spread to 27th century to total, infecting around 8,000 people and killing 700. Let me tell you, no matter how small, how big they rate it, is anybody desire to die untimely? No. Did you wish any members of your family to die untimely, without sickness, without delay sickness, or without old age? Absolutely no. So even if it's one person that the virus killed, it's as painful as killing the whole world. And if it's the whole world that you killed, it's as painful as killing one person. So whether they have the virus have 10,000, 1 million, and it's only 3 people that died, the family that lost such person feels so bad. So there is no reason to rate if it is the outbreak is high, is much. Are we counting? Are we thinking, okay, the virus must come and finish the whole world? Then we'll not count it to be the most dangerous virus. No. Anything that kills human being is as dangerous as whatever you call it. Is there anything I should be doing to prepare? Yes, there are plenty of basic precautions you can take to protect yourself against catching respiratory viruses of this type. Wash your hands, give distance, and so many. Okay, thank you for some of you that started. I always appreciate people like you that don't just want to be glued to our page only when you listen to, oh, somebody sleep with somebody's wife, a man cut somebody's husband, or a woman cut off the husband organ because of sleeping. It's only when you have you hear a dangerous thing, or what will make you put call and begin to curse people and say all manners of things. That is when you want to view. I want to appreciate the unique followers of this page. I made these people that are watching me live, that you did not just think it must be case for you to join this platform or to listen to us. Of course, those that knows me knows that I have reservation for my words. If I have nothing to offer you meaningfully, you can never find me there. And if I have something I am doing importantly that did not even warrant me coming live, I can still treat it without coming live if the parties uh, deem if you doing it in that way, which you have said. So if we did not bring out case today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, that doesn't mean the office is not treating case. There are so many cases we treat off camera. So the ones who bring to you and you listen, I will still encourage you. Don't just come and watch and fly away. Always drop meaningful contribution. Always put call, and I will appreciate it. Some of you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Prince, Owonikoko, Hilary Spank, Princess Odiri, so many of you, Oscar Odoge, TJ Morgan, Cora Eze, Cosmas Michael Wad, Samuel Sonia, Rose T.A., Josephine Andrew, TJ Morgan, Princess Odiri again, okay? Ernest the First, Mercy Plus. Many of you, Adade, Adahosa, many of you, Juliet Undu, Enochman, Savannah Ose, Raymond Dollar, Nancy Love, Good News, Ozoma, Kate, Vese Vasilevia, Abbas, Ajevin, Wantani, Bolaji, Calvin, Marcus, Favor, Olutrillion, Lawa, Becky, Amadi, Ifoma Florence, Olabi Adeola, Jennifer, Vicky Manuel, Samuel Sonia, Olomideke, Prince Ernest, Omo Baba, Ezogwa Martins, the first person that comes online here as I come in. God bless you mightily. Please don't hesitate to share this. I believe some of you have learned something from what I've said. One, how you wash your hand. Two, on other aspect that you should not put your trust on scientists, but put your hope, your trust in God. Draw yourself close to God, even if there is any epidemic that fly or touch anybody in the midst of all millions, you will be among those that the virus will be scared to come close to you, because the world is just built to scientists without talking the origin, the true origin of the sicknesses and disease in this world. Because God have done that before. He has caused all manners of incurable disease in the world before now. And what prompted him to do that is the anger on men when they begin to go astray. So that we have learned something this afternoon. And please, just like I told you, you have heard that there are some children that have been isolated who have been confirmed positive of the virus. You have children. Some of you have siblings. You have brothers, you have sisters, you have loved ones, you have friends that you will never wish to be victim of this disease. Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center will be going out for awareness of this coronavirus, and will be visiting couples of some schools where we will contribute our own, that is the rural area will contribute our own quota by making soap and sanitizer available in that school next tomorrow. Please, I know we all believe we can do it. You have friends and family back home, and I know some of you are not going out because of the outbreak that have been that have entered into some part of Europe and other part of the world, including Nigeria. It's just because the heat of this country was still hoping on God and the mercy of God, as we always pray or whatever, we still hope in God. While we take physical precaution, we still draw close to God and ask for the mercy of God to shield us out of any incurable disease. Please, whatever, even no matter how small as that sanitizer can be, some sanitizer, the big one is 6,005, the small one is 1,600. That is the smallest one. I think I have a sample here. Okay, this is Forever Living product. This is 1,600. You can see how small it is, which whatever, and we cannot go to school and take this. So no matter how, we want to have as so many as we can. We'll be going out for the outreach on Thursday, which is next tomorrow, and to visit this school to provide them some soap and hand sanitizer. You have your family, friends, as you pray for them, as you seek for God protection, please, you can send one pack of soap to us in any of our branch. If you want to give sanitizer, please send it to us so that we'll be able to have the little we can gather within our pocket and the one you will support so that the children, let's start from the future of tomorrow, as we educate them, we'll leave them with soap and hand sanitizer, and also compare the school authority to provide after we must have given them the sample, and also written to government schools that the government have to make available, and it's hand sanitizer and even soap. Where it's not awareness talking or wash your hand often or whatever, it's not enough. We know that average poor people that cannot, some of them even throw water without bathing, and they don't have to even buy soap to bathe. You are asking them go and use soap to wash hand. Did you provide the soap? What does it cost our government to provide soap and even drum of sanitizer where they will be taken out of it and they will be using in the government schools? By telling them to wash your hand often, is that enough? What provision have they given to these children, to this future? You have spent your own time, you are going. What are the samples? Okay, you ask somebody, don't do this, do this. Take this is what I'm expecting you to do. You must lay foundation. So please, I want every one of you that group, both the ones that you share to, our lovely friends and family watching us from all over the world, please, no matter what, you must, even if you did not send money, call somebody, any member of your family. So please, between today and tomorrow, let them provide any number of sanitizer. If you want to provide one, the big one, fine. God will bless you and God will shield you from sickness and disease. If it is this you want to provide, even one of these can save life, save children. Apart from coronavirus, e save them from other diseases, other sicknesses. We visit some schools where you check where the distance between where the children class is and where their toilet is not hygienic at all, and we compare them. Okay, you rather mix the student with other class pending when you relocate your toilet from where you keep it, because that alone can disturb children and can also make them have some infection and other sicknesses from the school. So please, soap, sanitizer, please don't withdraw. Help us to talk to any of your loved ones. No matter, one soap can go, it cannot be even for one person. If you give one soap to school, how many children will be able to use the soap to wash hands? And you have saved so many lives from, even let's talk about the physical one, then left to the spiritual one. One soap can go a long way. One hand sanitizer can go a million way. Please don't hesitate to communicate. If you want to call me back after the program, you can still call me. For some of you that know, our number is 090 3000 2474. You can call that, or you call other numbers that you know. If you call 090 3000 2474, that is the office I am now. If you call Thursday, on Thursday we are going out. So please, I will appeal you, please do help us to communicate, uh, assist in any way. We have children that you need to reach out to. Your siblings, sow that seed to the life of these children, innocent children, your friends and family, and also pray to God as you have reached out to the children, the less privileged. May God Almighty also shield you and protect you from such a outbreak or whatever that have been a problem that is flying here and there. And God bless you. Then another update is the case of Mr. Samuel and Miss Ruth, which have been the DNA test that we have gone to run a few days ago, like a week plus now, have just been called that the DNA result will be ready on Friday morning. So please, to implore you to join us live on Friday by 11 a.m. Most of you that have been disturbing order of our program by asking what of Samuel case, what of Ruth case, what of Samuel case. Now you have heard the case is coming out on Friday this week by 11 a.m. prompt. So join us that day, and you will also we all watch to see the outcome of the DNA result, who actually owns the child. So don't miss it. So if you have a case to report, either if you are calling from outside the country or you are outside Lagos that you cannot visit, please you go to info@hrdac.org.ng. That is our email address. If you send a complaint there, we will respond to you. I'm still going to type it where you know where here also info@hrdac.org.ng. And I still want to appeal to some of you again. Please tell your friends and your loved ones to go to YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. We want to clock 1,000, and we will be bringing you live on both sides. For some of you that want to stay back on Facebook, you can be there. You'll have to be on YouTube. The last but not the least, I want to appreciate people that have helped us several ways by reaching out to our less privileged victims that were bring before you of contributing. You have helped, and some of you also have assisted in one way or the other. Please, I'm begging you in the name of God, if you really love this program and you really love what we are doing, we need studio equipment. We are lacking so many things. For some few people that sent like 20 something thousand, we got a mini light, which is not standard yet. I will have mini lights we're using. If we really want to on the light, if we have case and we want to make the place bright enough that you can hear the word, you can listen to us, you can watch us clearly. They put on the light. The little that they bring like that, they still help us to assist that on that light. I'm not calling myself, I'm calling you. You can see, just imagine how clear it is for 1 or 2% that send little contribution. We lack so many equipment that we need to use to bring this case to you in a proper way. There are other cases also, that places that we need outreach to reach out to cover more cases even from the streets to you. We can't have it. So many equipment we need, cameras, like studio equipment. Please, if you must not send money to us. If you really love us as you claim, or as you usually tell us, send me messages and all these things, please send across any studio equipment that is standard that we can use. Good afternoon. I can see that you have been calling. Who is this, please?
I'm calling from Paris.
Sorry?
I'm calling from Paris.
Okay.
I wanted to speak to the woman who is online.
You can see that I'm online. Why did you want to call? Because I never give any number for anybody to call. You can call me after the program.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
Yes, with God, grace, and mercy. So please, I appeal to you to please do your best to make sure you assist us in area, except you pretend to love this program, but you envy us, or you are jealous, or you are not truthful by your confession. If you are truly truthful by your confession, I know you can do something. There are a lot of things we are lacking behind. We are doing everything within our own reach, within our own what we can afford. But it's really, really touching us, and we're feeling it. So please join us, partner with us, and so that we can do so many things ahead of this level. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm sending the email here. If you have any complaint, send your complaint to your email, because you don't